Hello, everybody. I am David, and today I'm going to be talking about the Arrowverse crossover, Crisis on Two Earths. Today was the Flash and Legends of Tomorrow episode of the crossover, the four-part crossover in 2 nights. And I gotta say, this was a really great conclusion to this 4-part crossover event. And yeah, I thought it was great. So let's start off with the Flash. The Flash's part of the episode starts off where the last episode left off, with the heroes in a concentration camp on Earth X. There, they meet a new character, Ray, or the Ray. There's like 2 Rays in the show now. Who was it last time? I think it was Cisco. That's like 2 Ray. It wasn't Ray though. It was Rory. Cisco goes in the last crossover. That's 2 Rorys, and I know now. He should have said, "That's 2 Rays." I know now. Yeah. Okay. So all of that stuff in the beginning of this episode was really cool. We got to see Lance in the beginning. He's a general on Earth X. How crazy is that? And he's about to execute the heroes that we know and love. And Lance, General Lance, whatever you want to call him, he was great in this episode. I really love seeing the actor pull off this performance in this episode, going full evil. I think actors always have a fun time when they get to play bad, and you can tell this actor is doing such a great job. The only problem is, how come he had an accent in this Earth? Like, did he grow up in another country? Like, it sounded like an English accent, right? So did he grow up in the UK and then came over to America after? I know the actor in real life is like, I think he is British, but I'm wondering what was the reason behind it in the show. Like, did he just want to do an accent and they were like, okay? I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. We also get Reverse Flash and Evil Arrow, Dark Arrow, and Overgirl wanting to cut out Kara's heart so that evil Kara, Earth X Kara, can continue on living because she's dying, as we learned from the previous episode. There was a couple of lines in there that I really liked when Kara said that her cousin would come for her, and Reverse Flash, Eobard Thawne, said something very interesting. I fought your cousin before in the future. So that makes me wonder, why wasn't Superman in this crossover so we could have seen that fight now? I would have loved to see that because, yeah, Superman, man. I want to see Superman and the Flash and Arrow together, man, kicking ass. Throw in Martian Manhunter next time. Come on, Supergirl. Come on, writers. What are you guys doing? You have 2 of the biggest heroes. Throw them in the next crossover. That's what we really want next time. We want that juicy Justice League, as close as we can get to a TV version of the Justice League. This is our TV version of the Justice League, but we want Superman and Martian Manhunter involved. Get on it for the next crossover. Come on. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I like that Ray came and saved Kara just in the nick of time. I thought that was a nice little surprise. I didn't think about it at first, but I should have. Like, what was stopping Eobard from cutting Kara? Yeah, of course it was the knife. And we got to see the Earth X version of Felicity, who was in captivity, and Lance was going to force Oliver to shoot her, but thankfully Oliver was like, this ain't gonna be happening. So he kicked Lance's ass and all those guards that were there, all the Nazis. I really like this whole Nazi story arc, especially what's going out in the world today with Nazis and white supremacists. I think something like this, seeing our heroes battle them, is really encouraging, and hopefully we want evil to end. And when we hear people that just want to hate for the sake of hating, I think it's great seeing a TV show fight against it by throwing it back in their faces, well, like saying, "Hey, you want to be a Nazi? Okay, well, this is what people who are good will come back to you and fight back if we have to." So yeah, I thought this whole 4-part crossover really did that well with the Nazis. And then at the very end of the Flash episode, Martin Stein sacrifices himself, which I wasn't expecting, which leads us into the Legends part of the crossover. That was truly tragic. I'm gonna say that. I was getting teary-eyed, not on the part where he was dying, even though that was sad too, but more on the part where Jax was going to tell Martin's family about his passing, as well as seeing the characters most close to him grieving. Like, you notice they were focusing more on the Flash characters and the Legends more for that. They didn't really focus too much on Arrow or Supergirl's characters because Stein wasn't as connected to those characters as he was to the other two, which, as a fan of all these shows, I really appreciated. And you felt that connection that all of them had for Stein, because Stein did start off as a Flash character and then he became Legends, obviously. And it's interesting thinking about it on a TV show's perspective, how the Flash, he was a Flash character, so that became his first family, and then as soon as he went to Legends, that became his extended family. So I even really appreciated that part where Sarah kissed him on the head after he had passed. I thought that was a nice little touch on Katie Lotz's part. I don't know if she improvised that. I'm just saying I thought it was a nice little thing that was done. And yeah, the funeral scene right before the big happy ending, I thought was all handled really well. With that being said, I also thought the ending with the two weddings I think everybody was predicting it, with Barry and Iris and Felicity and Oliver. We all called it, that it was going to be happening at the end. There were rumors that people had spotted. There were pictures leaked online of them filming that scene, although I thought it was going to be in a church. I was wrong. And getting Diggle there at the last minute was nice, because Diggle, yeah, I thought about it afterwards. I'm like, that's right, Diggle wasn't in this entirety of this whole crossover event. Like, what the hell? How can you not have Diggle here and you have the rest of Team Arrow? Yeah, that was really cool. I like that they got Diggle at the last minute to be the guy who did the ceremony for both couples. Where are they going to go with these two? I have no idea, but we'll see. We'll see if these marriages last, because the CW loves their drama. But if they can get away from the drama from both shows, I'd be very happy. Earlier on, I think in the Flash episode, I didn't care much for the whole Felicity and Iris bonding thing. Like trying to rescue the rest of the heroes while they were still trapped in the Flash's prison in Star Labs. That stuff I didn't care too much about, because it's like, okay, fine, whatever. I didn't know why they were kind of pushing that storyline so much. Why would it take so long for the Legends to come back from another time? They can come anytime they want and appear at any moment. Right when you send the message, they'll appear. That's how time travel works, but whatever, fine. Was there anything else I didn't like? I don't think so. I think the majority of this episode, these two episodes tonight were really good. I really liked Red Tornado as well. That was really cool. How Flash and the Ray had to stop him. And Leonard Snart, he's Leo Snart because he's also from Earth X. And he's going to be hanging around for a while. Wentworth Miller did say this is going to be his last season on both Legends and Flash. So I'm curious on how they're going to handle him on both shows. I'm gonna guess he's gonna be hanging out with the Legends for a bit first, and then he'll probably go to Flash for one more time, especially since Cisco is his way to go back. I'm gonna guess this is their way of giving him the closure that the character is going to need, because they realize that maybe fans like myself are kind of disappointed that they killed him off. So I'm very excited to see what they're going to do with Snart now, this Leo Snart, Captain. I think he's Citizen Cold, this one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I'm very happy that they allowed Reverse Flash to survive. Although I'm confused why Barry just let him go and not just put him in the prison, where his powers would be pointless once you put him in there. But all right, Barry, fine. You think you know best. This is just your way of allowing the Reverse Flash to survive instead of killing him like you already did twice. Once on Flash, once on Legends. And the writers probably realized their mistake at killing him, because then they realize they have to come up with dumb excuses to bring him back. But letting him go, I just thought was kind of stupid. Other than that, I'm glad he survived, because don't kill off the best villains. Like with Malcolm Merlyn last season, on Arrow in the season finale, they didn't show his death, and now that allows the writers to bring him back. Even though John Barrowman says he's retiring from the Arrowverse, they can still bring him back if he ever changes his mind. And that's what I thought they should have done with Stein too. I didn't think they were going to kill off Stein. That's the truth behind this. I thought he was actually going to retire from going on this superhero journey, and that way one day they can bring back Stein to the show if he ever wanted to, if Victor Garber ever decides to change his mind. I'm kind of sad that no, we're killing him off. He's old. That's a bad way of saying it, but it's kind of true. I don't know, guys. Tell me what you thought of this entire episode. Am I right? Am I wrong? What things did I leave off that I should have talked about? Go ahead, comment below, start a discussion, and like this video, subscribe to my channel, guys. This was a great episode. Really put up my spirits, and very excited for what they're going to cook up for next year. Like I said, I hope to see Superman and Martian Manhunter. If not Superman, at least Martian Manhunter, man. You had him right there in the very first episode of yesterday. You could have had him tag along with Alex and Supergirl, which the Supergirl and Sarah stuff I really liked in this episode too, by the way. So yeah, there we go. I think that's it, guys. So until next week, Arrow and Flash are having their mid-season finales. I'll be reviewing both of those. And this week, I'll do my DC TV weekly rankings, where I'll rank all these episodes, as well as Gotham. Gotham is still on this week, so I'll be ranking that too. So until then, take care.